I'm gonna start building the lead right here. Show you the steps on how to do a really simple lead. So you measure off of the top of your last block, and it needs to be 8 inches. Right now I'm 8 1/8. Gotta tap it down a bit. Part of the reason for throwing mud across here, not just to hold the block up. If you pour concrete in here and say it's pretty runny, it'll run through that joint and fill up this gap right here. And this fill full of concrete, and the higher you get, it'll just shove your column over. If concrete gets down there, it acts like a leverage, just pushes that over. So throw your mud in there on your column blocks, and it'll stop that concrete from getting in there and doing that. 16 inches. Just take some 2.5 inch finish nails, stab it in on an angle like this. Give yourself enough room so that your block right here, when it's coming up, it doesn't hit it. Put enough room away from here that you can hook your string on it. Same thing on this side. Stab it in, sitting flush on the top of the block. Just like that. Make sure it's back far enough in here that your block doesn't come up and try to interfere with it or knock it loose. Measure off the top of your other block, should be right on 40 inches. I'm at 40 1/8. Mortar got a little hard though I was messing around, didn't you? Slide your nail, pushing it down, keep it tight to the top of my last row. Don't let it poke out the other side. I wish I had 2-inch nails. I got 2.5. 2 inches are perfect. Same thing on this side. If you don't put your nail on a slight angle back, your string might try slipping off of them. So keep your nail on a little bit of an angle going in. In there. Those are our just grade nails right at the top. You keep them tight to the top of this block. Slide it in there. Keep it tight to here. Same thing on this side. So this nail, I'm trying to keep it back far enough that my other block that comes in here doesn't hit it. So I can just lower it in without fighting the nail. Otherwise you have to kind of come in on an angle and bring it in slowly. But So you'll put a loop on your string, just loop it right over this and pull off of it. That's how you build your lead really fast. You can just lay a single column like this. You don't have to build a big old lead down this side and down this side. You only have to do one row, level it up nice and pretty, make sure it sights in real good. So I'll get down on this side and I'll sight this block in with a column that's down there. You probably can't see it in the camera, but with an eyeball you can just make sure it's lined up right with the column. Well, the way you're sighting this is from right here, this end of the block, you bring your eyeball over until it lines up with this end, and then down here, your column right there, you're basically making it so it's just perfectly lined up right there. Perfect. So that's how you sight those in. So when you're grooving, if you pull in from the ends like that, and then you come in from this end and pull in, then it won't knock this corner out. So I'm going to lay up a traditional lead right here. So the way you tell how many rows you need to do on your lead is you count them like this. If you got to go, we've got to add 6 rows to this, we would count 6 over. So you'd count this as 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, 6 rows, and then you'd just go 1 past so that you ain't landing on the joint. So you'd go a half block past. So that's how far your lead would need to go. Okay, we got our first row done on the first part of our lead. So what you do when you're doing these is after you level them up, you level up this end, level up that end, and what you do is you get your eyeball down here and you sight it into the column down at the end. You probably can't see it from the camera, but basically you can sight down this corner so it lines right up to the inside of that column down there. And that's how you decide whether it's straight or not. If you don't do that, then you'll at least need to pull a string or something to keep it square with your wall, or else your lead can be perfectly level on both ends and your wall will have a big old belly in it if you don't. come in from the end, and if you go this way off the end, it'll take a chunk of this mortar out. So you come this way, pull it back towards the mortar. Lightly brush it when it's this wet. Get those buggies out of there. And I usually finish with my groover. So you brush and then just finish it out last with this. Gives it a nice smooth joint. Okay. Our next video coming up is a 45-degree angle column. We'll show you the advantages of doing it a certain way. So hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on it. Showing up at the top of the screen here is the first part of this block wall that we started to build. So that video, there's two videos in front of this one. Part 1 and Part 2. Prep for wet setting and the wet setting process. So click it and watch it. Stay awesome and stay safe.